everybody, welcome to Get Crafty Photographers. My name is Christina Craft, and like many of you, I am a bona fide photo nerd. And like many of you, my creativity used to suffer when I was too focused on learning the technical. Or later on when I was a professional, but I was busy learning the ins and outs of running a business. And there's a reason for that, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Creativity. I remember my first day of photography school. Our director, Andrea Kucheravi, still a friend and mentor of mine, she called all of us in to talk about this very subject. She told us our creativity would suffer significantly when we were in school, and that it was normal, and that it would take a while, maybe even a whole year after school was over. We might still find ourselves not being able to tap into the creativity that we had before we started school. And true to form, it happened to me. My creativity suffered a lot. And I have to tell you, it was really hard and defeating sometimes. It was hard because I really needed to slow down and learn the fundamentals, to memorize all those fractions, to learn that zone system. You don't want to talk about that zone system? Or even just to learn my flash. Everything about lighting. So I had to think, not feel. And when you're thinking, it's really hard to be creative because you need to feel to be creative. You see, creativity is an impulse. It's an instinct. It's inside all of us. And to tap into our instincts, we really need to turn our brains off. Yeah, and it sucked to have to turn my feelings off and turn my brain on while learning, which meant I lost my creativity. Because the fun part of photography, at least for me, is being creative. Before I attended photography school, I have to tell you, I thought it was easy. I'd just put my camera in aperture priority and I'd create. And pretty much 90% of the time, that's all I needed. And then there were those other times. Like the time I went on a trip to Alaska by helicopter to photograph grizzly bears. I had to stay in one spot, but hey, I had my 300mm lens and my teleconverter. What else would I need? I was all set. And then we waited for the bears to come. So when the bears came, the sun came out, and let me tell you, it was a harsh, sunny, visual mess. An ugly mess. And I'll be honest with you, I had no idea how to adjust my aperture or my shutter to get the exposure right. So all my photos turned out muddy and black with no details in the shadows. The photos were horrible. And I think you can imagine my tears. So I took my mentor, Andrea Kucheravi's advice while I was in school, and I focused on learning the technical. I wanted the technical to be a natural extension of using my hand, using my arm, using my fingers, and to be as easy as riding a bike. I really focused on the stuff I didn't know. And I let my creativity just go out the window, accepted it. And only then did I find my creative freedom actually came back. She was right. It came back pretty much a month or two after I was done school. And I was finally able to take all my technical knowledge and pair it with my creativity. There are countless scientific studies about the reason for this. You see, composition, it's actually in us. We're born with it. Born with an understanding of compositional aesthetics. It's innate, it's an instinct, and it's something that comes out of your feelings. It's in all of us. We're scientifically wired to like threes, rule of thirds, to like triangles, geometric pattern, to like asymmetry, and to find the most perfect harmony in that famous golden mean we all learn when we're learning composition. And creativity is a muscle, just like anything. You don't use it, you lose it, but you can get it back easily. You just need to work on it. You have to trust it, and you have to trust yourself. And this was something I really had to remind myself when I started my career, because starting a business as a photographer is daunting. I don't have to tell you that. There's a lot to learn, and there's a lot to distract you from all the things you actually love about photography. But while I was learning my job, I still wanted to give killer creative images to my clients. I mean, that was my whole reason for being. And since I was photographing weddings, I couldn't exactly slow down. I mean, things happened fast, and I had to react. And so I developed some quick and easy techniques, hacks and shortcuts, to problem solve on the fly when it was needed, to work with any person, to work with any background, to work with any situation, to work with any kind of light, or pretty much any challenging situation that was thrown my way. And let me tell you, there were a lot. And to do my job right and to serve my customers right, I needed to turn my brain off and I needed to feel. I did this so I could kind of go on autopilot as far as my brain was concerned, to open up my feelings and to find the moment and to find the creativity while I was working. And like anything, over time, I learned my job well, and the panic finally stopped. The brain freezes finally stopped. The mental blocks finally stopped. And that's what this channel is all about. Breaking things down, understanding them, and creating shortcuts. Because to take those killer images, you need to free yourself from your brain. because it's a trap. You need to feel and you need to be free. Now, I posted some awesome exercises on getcraftyphotographers.com, link right here, and this will help you a lot. None of them are technical. They're all exercises that will allow you to feel your way through taking a photo. So go on over there and check them all out. And when you take an image of something you're really proud of, I would love to see it. So please hashtag your photo with Get Crafty Photographers on Instagram, or head on over to our Get Crafty Photographers Facebook group. This is a brand new channel with lessons designed to help you shoot and see differently forever. We so appreciate all your likes, your comments, and your subscriptions. They mean a lot to us. So let's get crafty and discover our creativity together.